There are certain risks that you take when you sign up to do solo commentary on an F1 2019 league. And one of the risks which unfortunately I'm having to deal with tonight is... It's a full wet race. Frick. Help. Seriously, help. In fact, you know what? I'm not only asking for help, I'm actually genuinely getting Jacko in the party if he retires. Yeah, I know it's a slightly different intro. I know we're on a blue screen, but listen, if he retires, I am not doing this race on my own the whole time if there's opportunity to get Jacko in. So, yeah. Besides, no one's watching it anyway, so I might as well get him a party invite. You know, while we're waiting. If I know his PSN, that is. Hold on a minute, what's his PSN? It would help when it is PSN, wouldn't it? Anyway, while I get all those numbers memorised, welcome everybody to ILR8. It is time for the qualifying session here in the US of A. We love the US of A, really. I know they nearly killed us and all that, but no, we can still forgive them. But anyway, yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you're liking the blue screen. We will get to the action in a second, I promise you. But for now, I need to figure out what Jacko's PSN is. Because you know what? It's difficult, actually. What are the numbers? I don't think I have him as a friend, you see. Which actually is kind of bad, considering the ventures that we'll be getting up to soon. But alright. He'll be getting ready to join if he retires and has any issues. Because, like I say, full wet race. Oh. Louis, if it's a wet race, by the way, you're hopping in ILR1 comms with me. I'm not doing... In fact, you might just hop in anyway, frankly. We're at the end stage of the season. The ILR1 season's over. I'm doing that one as well, by the way. 8 o'clock tonight, just straight after this one. But, yeah, could do a bit of help in there. We need something interesting to talk about. So we can give Louis a chance to tell us about how great his lines are for every corner and how he uses the racing line to his advantage and how it may or may not be the only reason why he's as quick as he is. As you may find out if you've been watching ILRT's brilliant performance in the PSG Loaded Cup the other day. Yeah. Alright, okay, good stuff. Right, so no swearing and then you can do ILR1 with me. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good stuff. Because Austin was meant to do it, but for some reason he hasn't got his sleeping schedule down, and so genuinely that's why he's not doing it. It's a bit of a sad reason, really, isn't it? But yeah, no Austin tonight. He's sleepy go bye. So everyone wish him a good night in the comments. I think they're an hour ahead, so it's 7:30 there, I think. So I mean, give him a little bit of credit just for that teeny weeny little bit. But anyway, let's get into some facts and stuff, because yeah, this qualifying isn't going to get truly intense until the very end. We should get everyone qualifying on the softs since it's a full wet race, but yeah, we'll just have to wait for it. Championship standings then. So where we are after last week, Splinter and Strawblonde first of all are on 4 wins each, while this man is still on 0, and the gap at the top between Splinter, who took over lead again, and Strawblonde, the Alfa Romeo team, the Constructors Champions, 17 points. So 223 for Splinter and 206 for Strawblonde. They look like they're the only ones who are going to win the title now. It's 43 points from first to Dexter. And that means if Dexter gets outscored by 9 points or more by Splinter tonight, and presumably Strawblonde as well outscores him, then yeah, Dexter will be out of it. So he has to be at least 51 points behind the Champions leader today to stay in it. So he really does need to get potentially his first win on the board to maybe make a title challenge realistic. Baza is even further behind. He is 59 points off. And so he would need to close that gap by 9 points as well, because I think he only has one winner, or 1 or 2 this season. Either way, it's not like I'm giving his wins. So he'd also need a pretty stellar performance tonight to keep himself in the fight. So it must be said, it is looking more like a fight between the two Alfa Romeos, which is... that is realistic. I'd say that makes plenty of sense, doesn't it? I mean, they have been the standout drivers this season, Splinter and Strawblonde. And we have got, unfortunately, 19 drivers, only 1 Ferrari. Murdoch sort of didn't show up, did he? So yeah, that's nice. We all like a good not show up. But I mean, it's not like we're going to get 20 finishes anyway. It was a wet race. I mean, I'm just hoping we all get through turn 1. Probably the widest turn 1 on the calendar, which means we're going to get 4 or 5 wide, hopefully. That's the idea, that's the plan. Anyway, Jacko as usual, let's give me some notes. So we've got 2 new reserves making a debut tonight. Arno comes in for the suspended Farias in the Haas car. You can see he's currently in 4th place. There he is on track. And Hoffner's going to take out the vacant Racing Point seat in Tudai's absence as well. I love the way that's been written. Lovely. And he's on the very top of the standings. So good stuff from the 2 ones to watch as well tonight. They're not just debutants, they are the ones to watch as well. And yeah, so we'll keep an eye on them too. 2-time ILR race winner Norwich is also back in for his race. So he's filling in the Renault, I think. He's not in the Renault. He's not in the Renault. Which car is he in? Flip. I forget which car he's in. I mean, I should be able to see his name on there. He'll be somewhere on there. Cannot see the name. But I promise you, he's one of them. He's in for Crazy Flying Rob, who's actually, believe it or not, taking... he is in a Renault. I forget he changed his name. He's filling for Crazy Flying Rob, who's actually taking this real life car theory test. So good luck, and hope you pass. And yeah, already been through the drivers' standings. So yeah, let's just get on with this. Splinter on a lap. Let's see how he's getting on in his Alfa Romeo. I can't wait for there to be 2 Alphas on the grid in F1 2020 with the Alfa Romeo and the Alfa Tauri, which we just can't wait for. I certainly can't wait, actually. And yeah, because a lot of people still call this a Sauber, you know. A lot of people genuinely call this a Sauber. It's not a Sauber anymore. I know, as far as I'm aware, actually, if Alfa Romeo were to win a race in F1, it would be the Swiss national anthem, because they were Sauber. But it is Alfa Romeo, so stop calling it Sauber. And we're going to see so many people calling this thing, yeah, Toro Rosso, when it's a Toro Rosso for a while. Then it'll be Alpha Tauri. But then again, we always get used to these changes. Remember when this thing was a Force India? No, nor does anyone else. Unless you're a very select set of commentators who still do think it is, i.e. Sky F1. And I think that's hilarious when they call this thing a Force India. What? Like, come on, it's your job to know that that's a Racing Point, not a Force India. You plebs used to get fired. Get me in there. Get Alex Jakes in there. Guy deserves it more than anyone on that Sky F1 team, apart from maybe Martin Brundle. He's not that bad. The rest are... Sorry, I'm venting here while we wait for things to get interesting. But yeah, nah, just a few wee nitpicks that do annoy me from time to time. But yeah, seriously, I just can't believe there's people that call this a Sauber. Ugh, come on, people. But we all know you lot don't call them Saubers. We know that you are intelligent peoples and know what you're talking about. Anyway, here's Biesma. He hopefully knows what he's doing. I think we're on official here with the weather. I see a lot of people in the ILR1 chat have been complaining about how the light is in the final sector, I think it is. So we'll see anyway how the curbs look, because apparently you can't see one of the corners. It can't possibly be that bad. I don't know if Louis in there. I'm sure I'll talk to you about it later on anyway. But it can't be that bad. So let's just see. What's the big problem here? Maybe it's a race thing. Could be in the race, I'm not sure. But yeah, we need to take a full onboard lap around and see which corner these people are talking about. Assuming we are actually on official. Because it doesn't actually look like official when I think about it. But anyway. Biesma into the final corner and up towards the line. It's going to be P9 up to P4. Right, Dexter's on a lap. He needs to get a good one underway. He needs to get a good lap done as Arnold. It's the 2 rookies, the 2 reserves right at the top. And we'll see if Sam can put his Renault up there. Insider information, he says he's too quick for this tier. So we'll see if he can prove that and go up to the top. At least I think that's him who said that. It'd be funny if it wasn't him, actually. Ah, Paul McGuinness. Why don't you like me? What have I done wrong? As Dexter goes down. Oh, do you know what? I should have got Paul in the commentary box for this. Paul, have you got F1 2019 free? Can you please? I need help. It's a full wet race. We're on the lookout for new commentators to get me through these now. You know, I'm missing out on another school pre-formal for this. You know, this would have been my chance to get really drunk and have a good time with the lads. But no, I thought, how about I go and commentate on some wet races? The things I do for you lot, honestly. The things I do for you lot. Right, we got yellows. I'm not even going to be bothered to find them. Well, we just find it. That's the yellow flag. I've only got 3.5 minutes to go. Again, I'm not entirely convinced that there's actually 3.5 minutes to go. Knowing how this game's timing works, but we'll see. But anyway, Paul, come on. I need a reason here. Why don't you like me? What have I done so wrong to you? Oh, by the way, I went karting the other week and I was painfully slow. So when we go to Thruxton, you might lap me a few times. I'll just try not getting in your way too much, but genuinely, I'm absolutely hopeless. So, I mean, you shouldn't hate me, right? You should be looking forward to absolutely destroying me at karting. Anyway, Sam. Let's see how he's getting on. I mean, I do get his point, actually. He has won 2 races, hasn't he, this season? Oi, Proper. Why have you changed your gamer tag, but nothing else? Or at least not your YouTube name. You gotta stay consistent with the changes right now. Because, you know, I can't call your friend a gamer here, and then just call you Proper down there. Otherwise, you might as well just get it as Proper. I should have just called you Proper. Is it in the S that you got the cancer corner? I don't know where it is. Colin Hoffner's doing his lap a bit earlier, so we'll watch him and then hopefully be able to catch the 2 Alfa Romeos who are currently out there. Oi, we've done it before, Paul. We have done the same stream before, you know. Do you not remember ILR2 Bahrain last season? I think it was last season. I mean, that went well. It was a collection of odd noises that somehow people liked. Might be the only time I've ever done that. Other commentaries that me and Paul have done have mainly been post having a big accident in an ILR3 or an ILR5 race, and just sitting in the lobby just watching and commentating for fun. That's the best fun you can have, honestly, on any F1 game. But anyway, let's see if Hoffner can get himself up there and make this a debutant on pole position. He's going to get a bit of dirty air from Bazzi. You've seen how that's affected him, but he does go quicker. Not by a massive amount, but we'll say that's enough for him as Bazzi then gets on with his lap. Spencer's getting ready to start. Straw Blonde is a little further back, but I want to ride on board with a lap, and I'm going to do it with Spencer. I want to see a whole lap. It'll be his last run in qualifying, the last chance to see where his cancer corner is. Hey, Paul, me and Paul are pretty good with the weekly I'm leaving speeches, except when I did my I'm leaving speech, I actually left. I don't think Paul left. Did you, Paul? Anyway, Tom, how are you getting on? See, me and Tom, we're the 2 people who said we were going to leave and actually did. You know, Sam retires. Splinter going quicker. Yeah, but anyway, how are you doing, Tom? Is your life more exciting than mine? Oh, what's happened there? Who was that? Was that Sam? Out of the pit lane, was that, or what? And there's more going on now. That's where Sam is. He's way off in Narnia. What on earth has been going on up here? They're dropping like flies in a minute. I have no idea what's going on at the minute, but everyone's crashing off. Let's just keep focused on these 2. And just see what happens later on. Well, Tom, life's going pretty well. Life is going pretty well. As we're watching Spencer still not quite quick enough to get this pole. Is a Straw Blonde any better in the middle sector? We'll have a little look. Not really too many people actually on laps right now because they're all just binned it. It's a really odd situation here. Straw Blonde's looking a bit strong as well, but then again he's 9/10 off compared to 3/10 off. And here comes Oh, Jacko saying about his ghost car. Maybe it was him that caused all that. I don't know. Anyway, Spencer to the line. Only third still. Is Beesman going any quicker in his middle sector? No, he's not. And look at that. Strawblon's been caught behind the AI of Monkey Meg. Oh, that's a shame. That's going to ruin his lap. It does indeed. Fernagamo, he's also down. But anyway, yeah, Tom, my life is going brilliantly. I mean, obviously, you've got all the scoop on what's been going on. And, it's quite funny, you see, because, I mean, you find it funny, but actually, what's going on in my life is that I'm telling you everything that's sad that's going on in my life. And the people involved in it actually have no idea. It's really funny. But, yeah, the funny thing about my life is that nothing's happening. And that's the funny thing. Commentary is the only thing I got going for me. Ah, damn. We should do commentary at some point, Tom. We should get into this business. Two Northern Irish people absolutely sad and depressed. Oh, in a commentary box. Oh, please, that would be fantastic. Anyway, Monkey Meg's got a 5-place grip penalty, as you can see there. It all kicked off at the end of qualifying. It's really odd to see what happened. But anyway, Hoffner on pole then. The 2 rookies on there. 2 reserves. They do tend to have quite quick rookies and reserves. Arno 2nd. Spencer 3rd. TC 4th. Beasley 5th. Sam 6th. Strawbon 7th. Camo 8th. Dexter 9th. This is not good for his title chances. Same with Baza. Gaming King 10th. Baza 11th. Speedwood. Frenagamo. Monkey Meg will start 19th. Then it'll be Jacko 14th. Indecisive. Jess. Daniil. Mr. John will then slot in 18th. I even did wee hand signals there to sort of demonstrate that, but no one obviously sees them. I always do that. It's a thing I do. Anyway, prepare for typhoon. If it's a typhoon, then I'm not going to mind it too much. But if it's just regular heavy rain, then I'm going to get typhoon, man. I've only ever seen typhoon weather once on this game. Twice, sorry. Once in an online lobby. That was in One Hub Britain. Very good. Austin was so confused. Mainly because I called it typhoon weather when it's actually monsoon weather. Same thing, right? Different thing. Same thing. That's what I call it. But, yeah. Anyway, and I saw also in Hungary on career mode. It's super rare, and you can't make it happen, if you get what I mean. Like, it has to just be a random thing in the game. As far as I'm aware, there's no option to put it on. But we haven't got that today. But it's heavy rain apparently the whole race, so you could get a wee sprinkling of it. But as you can see, these guys will be starting on wet tyres of some description. They look like intermediates though to me. Are we going to see some variation? Arnold is going to do some variation. He's going to start on full wets and see how that works. So, yeah, it's that type of crossover. It'll be interesting to see, actually, if this works. It feels a bit like a Singapore 2017 in that respect. I'm surprised more people maybe haven't went for that, but I guess staying consistent and boring is the way to go for some people here. But, yeah. Ah, look at that, 2 Williams at the back. I mentioned this before, actually. It's very rare to see 2 Williams at the back of a grid on an F1 game, but I know I mentioned it, we keep getting it. It's funny that. Anyway, a bit of a helmet review. Let's see, he's got a good design. Orange is alright. I can't tell if it's meant to be green or gold. I'm not sure if it's the weather that's made that look a bit worse. I think it'll dull out all the colours, won't it? Orange in a Ferrari is a bad idea. Get rid. Camo Bavo's it's they're all apart from Dexter's. Dexter's is genuinely still the best. Sorry to everyone else. I need to mess with my camera angles a bit more. Also, Jess has a nice helmet design, of course. Forget about her one. She actually, you know, changed it, adapted it to fit her car, and look at it. Lovely. Daniil. Mr. John's got a nice one. That sort of suits the car. Monkey Meg's alright as well. But yeah, this is the big thing we're going to have to ask now. Is it worth it to start on the wet compound tires? I've never seen this in a league race on this game where we see 2 different starting compounds in the wet. It's something that I'm surprised we don't see more often, actually. Because this risk pays off. And Arno's going to run away with it, and Haas will be on for, I assume, it must be their first win of the season. But we'll see. We'll see. Of course, it will be at least a 1-stop. We've got 28 laps, and these tires will not go the whole way. But here we go. Everyone getting red lamp on the grid, and I must say, a few of them are absolutely miles behind. Look at this. This is going to take ages. Hoffner on the main grid now. And see, we've got respect for Arno there. People are happy with his strategy prowess. But look at this, Monkey Mega's right at the back here, absolutely taking forever. Where's Mr. John? Is he he's even further behind? Is he last? Because that's the nail ahead. Jesus, these people are really making them wait. These guys have been on the grid for ages now. Just have to wait quite a while for. Here he comes, and where's Mr. John at again? There he is, final corner. Take your time, lad. The pole sitter's probably thinking, what on earth is taking them so long? Is it the broken lobby or something? Or no, these guys just taking their time. But finally, Mr. Johns arrived. I guess in that respect, he's the best tires towards turn 1. But this is one of the widest turn 1s of the season. Anything can really happen here. It's a wet race. We've got 2 different wet compounds on the front row. And we've got 28 laps to see how the strategy plays out. The rain is heavy, that is the thing, the rain is pretty heavy, but we'll see how they all head out to turn 1. Who's going to have the advantage? 5 lights on at Austin. And we are away. Who gets the better start? It's a dreadful start from everyone on the second row. And look at that! Hans off onto the grass! He just lit the rears up, and it's a straight away all sorts of contact as a result. And we've got people all over the show. The championship contenders look like they're getting away with it, but what a disastrous start for Racing Point. And Arno is into the lead, and this is the scenario I wanted to see. Wet compound tire versus the rest at the front as Beesman goes off the track, side by side with TC now as he comes back on and gets ahead. We've got a few more going off, but it looks like all the people in sort of championship contention are all right at the start. As who's that off? Is that Gaming King again off? Not having a good start. But yeah, that was so weird, because Koffner just did not get off the line. He was alright, but he just, as Monkey Meg gets a 5-second penalty for cutting a corner and getting into place. But it was part of the way up the hill. I mean, he'd been off the line for a good few seconds, and he just spun. But did well to collect it, and he had a bit of front wing damage, but I've seen worse than that type of scenario. I mean, that could have been a fatality, you know. But yeah, as Strawbone gets by Splinter, he'll need to get a few more places at the minute to try and, you know, keep this title fight alive, because it is 70 points. That's a pretty big difference. But look at this, the tyre difference as well. Sam trying to get by. Oh no, it looks like the tyres are not going to work for the Haas driver. He just does not have the grip in the slower sections. Possibly in the S's they'll be better, but I mean, oh, Sam's doing a Hamilton there. He won't get that one done. He won't be allowed to. But he's trying again. Will Arno decide to pit? He might fancy it, you know. Get this out of the way now because these tyres are not working for him. Although it has to be said, the rear looks so much heavier, doesn't it? It's in theory to suggest that this should work for him, but it isn't. Sam then leading the race at the end of the first lap. And Arno might well get swallowed up here by Beesma and the rest. We've got yellow flags in the final sector. It's Camo Babo. Now, has he been sent there or has he tried to pit and got it completely wrong? God only knows, I guess. But only the one pitter at the end of the first lap. I think this is the bit where we'll all go to sleep now. Sam does look like he's struggling quite a lot though, so I mean these guys could catch up to him at some point. I know that he's going to run away a bit at the minute, not with the way he's driving. He'll certainly get some penalties soon. But look at the exit that Beesman's got. He'll have a little look. And Arno defends anyway, but Beesman wasn't going for it. He didn't fancy it. Strawblonde knows he has to get himself up this field a little bit. And he's starting to do that. He's already onto the back of TC. And as Speedwood and Ferragamo go side by side. Leaving nothing really on the table there. And getting through the McLaren into P10. Look at that, Beesman's trying on the outside. Is that third sector? The third sector is the one where he's really struggling, is Arno, and it's just not working out for him there at all. The rest of the lap, it's so-so, but here it's just not good enough at all. And Arno, he's barely hanging on to it. I imagine we might be getting a bit of a train starting here in a moment. This is all going to help Straw Blonde. especially with Splinter not quite catching up. I don't know, you see, if he was tapped in all that incident. I don't think he was, and if he was, it was only a little bit of damage it would have been caused, but Beast has got through. Arnaud is now going to see TC and Straw Blonde behind. Straw Blonde needs to be at the front of all this, because the gap to the leader is already getting pretty massive. Arnaud is struggling up the hill. TC inside. Straw Blonde looking in from the outside, hoping to sneak past both of these two, but Arnaud is not really defending that one at all. Whether that's through choice or whether that's just through the tyres not working out for him. He's saved plenty of ERS, but then again, so is the rest of the grid. I mean, can you imagine using that much here? It wouldn't be too easy to do that. Sorry, I'm hiccuping now. Ooh, that's irritating. That's one thing you never want when you're commentating. Hiccups. They never go away. Why do we even hiccup? Like, what is the function of it? Ugh, sorry, I'm venting. Right, here comes... It's a weird vent, I know, but anyway, Straw Blonde being quite conservative, waiting here and just going to go for the opportunistic moves, maybe on lap 28, but not on lap 3. Just going to be nice and calm and collected and smart. No DRS, remember, it is raining. That pretty much tells you all you need to know. And Mr. John gets by Jacko. And there you go, side by side. But let's just come back to the third sector, because we know this is where Arnaud really struggles. And he should lose that position. Down to 5th he goes. Splinter watching from behind. Championship leader by 17, remember. With his teammate ahead. You can see him. He's only going to be gaining 4 points at the current moment, which is more than good enough, really. If he can do that for the next 3 races, it'll be fine. Mr. John and Jack up here to still be side by side. Let's have a look and see how they're doing. They are indeed still side by side. Into the right-hander, followed by the right-hander, followed by the right-hander. That's my creative way of being funny. As Jacko goes round the outside. Tidy move there, good stuff. Getting by Mr. John. And then a little slide on the exit, but nothing to worry him too much. Arnaud's just got to stick with us, I guess. If he pits, it's over. I guess he would pit, though, at the earliest point to get that first stop out of the way, because at the end of the day, he's still in P5. He's still more than got the pace for this. Okay, like, if he's on inters, he's fine, I think, but we'll see. Surely he'd be pitting earlier than the majority, though. Which is fine. Tires can get there. It's doable to pit slightly earlier in the wet. Yellows. It says Gaming King again, is it? Or is it Daniil? Or is it both of them? I think Gaming King's just lost the position, but Daniil was certainly off the track. But yeah, one thing I'm saying we might not get is a massive amount of backing off on the ERS on the straights when there's actual opportunities to overtake. Because ERS is your friend, I think, in these conditions. Because there's no DRS, slipstream is practically useless. As a Gaming King gets by Jacko, who was struggling at the start of that straight. You could see him a bit off the line. He will have a little look on the inside again, but there's no way through, and it looks like Arnaud in that last sector again is starting to lose some pace. The only thing I've noticed a lot, by the way, is that my accent keeps changing. I swear I've got a bit of a hybrid of many different accents there as Splinter gets the inevitable overtake done. Did it quite cleanly though, but it does feel really odd to have many different types of accents. So that's just a thing I've noticed recently as Speedwood gets by Bowser, and Arnaud, yeah, early pit stop it was going to be for him, wasn't it? He had to do it at some point and he's done it. Monkey Meg has now got 8 seconds of penalties already. He's not looking too shabby for the McMahon award. That's really something you want to be prided for, I don't know. But, Speedwood's cut the corner. That was a bit clumsy there. He could have just waited a while to get back by Bowser. They were having a good fight. Arnaud then, you'd imagine, is going to the end. He'll look for some good space. And, well, if he can get in ahead of Jacko, then that's okay. He would take that, I think, because there's a couple of seconds ahead to get himself up to grips with the tires and then start catching and passing. This could still work for him. It could still work for him. As Gaming King ahead, I'm pretty sure just cut that corner completely and got a 3-second time penalty. Not his most subtle piece of driving. Or piece of illegal driving, I should say. He is struggling a bit, isn't he? Always looks like they're about to crash every time you see them, but they keep it on the road. Somehow. It's like Jacko's struggling again. Jacko's just not got the pace tonight. He's just not making this work. Down to 15th place now. And Straw Blondes went for the move. I completely didn't even see that. And TC, that might be why I didn't see it. TC has had something go terribly wrong. Has he broke the front wing, or has he just been playing off the track? It is easy to get your braking wrong at that particular corner, because you're turning while braking. If you get that wrong, you're in real trouble. But anyway, he's down to 9th place as TC. Straw Blonde up to 3rd. And Jacko's got ahead of Mr. John again. But will Mr. John fly around the outside? Is he able to? No, he's not. Indecisive now, sitting on the back of this. See, the rain now looks much heavier, doesn't it? Maybe it's certain parts of the track have got heavier rain. I always seem to notice it in the final sector when you're riding on board. But then not so much here. You know what I mean? Like, we cut back to someone heading through that section. Maybe it's just the way the traffic is or something, but anyway, let's not try and figure out what the rain's doing. It's intermediates anyway. That's all we should really be focusing on. As Indecisive tries to get by Jacko after he got overtaken by Mr. John, but he decided not to go for it. I'm going to be just 1 second. I really hope I don't miss anything now. We all still alive? We all doing good? Didn't miss anything, did I? Sorry, I just had to unplug an air freshener. It was starting to burn. It smells burny. Because my room absolutely stinks. The joys of whatever the hell's making... I bet it's the PlayStation. Maybe I've just burned such a cinder. That could be it. It's feasible. No, that was Contact there. Arnold. I was going to see how he was doing, but it doesn't look like he's got any damage, but he does seem like he's just that much quicker. I think Gaming King had also got by Monkey Meg at that particular moment too. That's probably why there was contact. Maybe it was all just concertina up, but there looks to be no damage. The contact hasn't really affected him, but has it affected Monkey Meg? Or has he had some separate contact of his own? Nah, he's all good. Let's see how Bazza and Speedwood are getting on. They have been having a little bit of a fight, and it looks like Speedwood has got ahead of Bazza, but will Bazza launch one at the inside of Tram 1? He's got acres of space, but decides not to go for it. Can't often. He's not really making the best of the wet conditions, is he? He's just struggling the whole way from a couple of 100 metres off the line till this point. So he's just not quite as quick as he was in qualifying. And, well, yeah, it's showing. He's really struggling out there, but he's doing his best. And we'll see if he can get himself up towards one point. But at the minute, though, he's about 12 seconds off. 13, that's close. It's good, it's close enough. He's got the broken front wing, of course. That might be why, actually, but that'll be even more time lost, won't it, when he pits. And it is Speedwood on the back from now, but he is on the back of Dexter, so that actually might be a move here. And Dexter, well, this isn't looking good for his championship chances at the moment, as Jacko gets a 3-second time penalty. Ardno's going to try and get by Gaming King. They're both on the back here. Colin Hoffner's been overtaken by Speedwood. Speedwood's now going to try and get 2 for 1. As he goes up to the back of Dexter, he must fancy a look on the inside. Surely, he was tempted. I think Dexter knew it. He's gone maybe a tad over defensive, but he's got away with it. Gaming King's got all sorts of penalties there. I think there's a spin there, or at least some sliding. Definitely Monkey Meg was sliding away, but these guys are side by side. And Arno hoping to get these 2 in one go. He's done it. Bit of ghosting involved, but Gaming King's still on the inside. He's just got 10 seconds of penalties, has he? I'm pretty sure he's got 10 seconds. Don't know how he managed that. He must have just gone a bit wide. He'll probably get that removed. But there goes Arno on the inside. And getting it done. Up to P11 then. That looked quite stressful. And this also looks quite stressful. There's contact. Jacko under the grass. Oh, under big pressure now from Camu Babo, who's gonna get past, is he? Oh, he's gonna spin. He's really struggling right here. Is Jacko. As Bowser gets penalty, while this 5-car fight now, it is starting to heat up a little bit for 5th place. Looks to me like Dexter really is starting to struggle out there. How much time has he lost recently? Yeah, he's lost nearly 2 seconds since I last checked it properly. So it looks to me like Dexter's crying for a pit stop, but we'll see if he does it. I don't know how long this hours last, you see. That's the simple question. That's a simple fact. I don't know. As Gaming King gets spun off and then rages himself into the wall and retires. A bit disappointing. But here comes Hoffner again. On Speedwood. Gets past, but that's going to be contact, is it? There was contact, and it's a broken front wing for Speedwood. Sorry, I didn't get the best angle of that one, but Speedwood, yeah, waited on the brakes, trying to come back at Colin Hoffner. These two both have front wing damage. And Dexter, well, he will be very happy about that. Unless he's got damage. Maybe that's why he's going slowly. I think I keep trying to check these guys have damage. I mean, someone maybe just not used to the wet. He has no front wing damage. He must just be not used to the wet. Maybe just not a fan of it. Jacko doesn't look like he's a fan of it, does he? Oh dear. Stroblong's fastest lap of the race. He's going to want to keep that up. He's got way more ERS than the rest around him. Not apart from his own teammate though. His teammate's getting away, but he's 6.6 behind. Looks like Indecisive's been passing Jacko again. I think they must have been going a bit of back and forth at the start of that last sector, but eventually Indecisive got past, and Jacko, well, still on the back. This is a pretty nice fight as well to keep a track of. But, yeah, up with the damaged front wing guy, who's going to be next to join it. I mean, we've got 3 of them. Has TC got anything, or did he just simply go off? He did just simply go off earlier, so the guy at the front and the guy at the back of this 5-car train have front wing damage. Have no front wing damage, and the guys in the middle of it all do have front wing damage. Which you'd think would mean they aren't that close, but you can see Hoffner's there, you can see Baz is fighting away as well. So the damage is hardly inhibiting their ability to attack each other, which is probably why they had the front wing damage in the first place. But Hoffner would do this train a big favour if he was in the lead of this, I would have thought, and these guys still going side by side. Baza and Speedwood, with TC just sitting in tow waiting for the collision. There it is. TC wants to come back up the inside. Oh, he's hit him! He's hit Baza. Now, did he see him? Did Baza see TC? Because honestly, I feel that was rather... I'd say it was a reasonable attempt to say, okay, I've got a bit of space now to choose, but I don't think Baza saw it. If anyway, I mean, it's a racing incident, like, but I feel he'll probably feel a bit hard done there, TC, but he didn't lose any positions, he just sort of fell off the back of that train. But with the apparent pace issues that Dexter has, he may find himself catching up to that soon. And he still has no front wing damage, so yeah, he might well catch up. But meanwhile up the front, Sam has been taking it nice and smoothly. He was once Norwich City FC. That makes no sense. Oh no, it does make sense. He was once Norwich City, I think, and he's won 2 races this season. He's on for number 3 as it stands. Someone in the chat. Hello. I don't know who you are. I'm gonna check, and it better be a nice person who I can chat to. Gavin, a Sam fan. Well, at the minute it's looking good, but Beesma, they're all just running the same pace. That's the issue with the rain. If the guys at the front are working well, then it just sort of... What are they clapping for? I don't know why they're clapping. Let's have a clap here. Everyone's on the same pace, and so it just sort of means that nothing massive pace-wise can change once you've all got up to speed. At least that's what I get from my own experience. I mean, when we're all at the same at the pace and the tires are good, the rain a much less variation that maybe that's just me that doesn't like this game and all that. But now I'm saying that, Beta starts to catch up. So yeah, it just ignore everything I just said. Maybe I'm just wrong. I think the second we start bringing up how well Sam's doing, it's all gonna go wrong for him now. So I mean, sorry Sam, it's my fault already. Monkey Meg, another penalty. Riveting stuff. Who's gonna win that McMahon award? This is also quite riveting. We've got this fight for 15th still going on. Jacko and Indecisive constantly swapping the places, and it looks like Daniil fancies getting involved as well. We'll see if he decides to do so in the next few moments, possibly. I mean, we know these guys like to fight it out in the third sector as well as the straight. And there goes Jacko. I think Indecisive saw that one coming. He turned in about as far wide as you can, just to give as much room as he could, and it also gave him a good exit, of course. Where's he gone? Jacko, oh, he's there. I thought he went off or something. I thought he did a Rosberg. He just sort of seemed to disappear. But no, he's behind. Indecisive. Good driving there to stay ahead. Just looked at how many laps there's still to go. I don't want to bash you, but go on, Beesman. Let's catch, huh? Let's get catching here. I was gonna say he's nearly in the DRS range, but of course that doesn't exist. Silly me, silly me. Well, no, it does exist. It just can't open. Of course, it doesn't exist. Alright, let's just go back to the fun guy, because it looks like Hoffner isn't really as close as he was before to making the overtake. Which is it is a crying shame. Come on, let's see some racing here. I know it's difficult, but I'm falling asleep here. Nah, that's harsh. I shouldn't say that. There we go. Something's happened. Woo! Indecisive. Well, that was actually a fight, so maybe I shouldn't be happy about that one. Someone else crashed. Daniil's got by Jacko. Was it a collision between them two, Jacko and Indecisive? It seems likely. Have a look at the front wind down as he blasts past. Yeah, you couldn't see a damn thing there. That was useless, that camera angle. Let's try this one. This should be a much better angle to check for damage. No damage. And Jacko still ahead of Daniil. Arno gets by his teammate. That seemed planned, and it was planned by the looks of that shot. Speedwood penalty. Naughty. So was Baza. Naughty. Stop being so naughty with them penalties. Don't you dare think that the wrong way. And Jacko a penalty as well. They're starting to rack them up. It's impressive for regular corner cutting, it must be said. Baz is looking a bit aggressive now. It looks to me like the rain's got a lot lighter, by the way, as well. This will help them there with the grip and all that. But saying that, Daniil's just been off in Narnia, so maybe it's less in their grip. I don't know. What do I do? What do I know? I'm not an expert at this. But you'd expect with lighter-ish rain that it would help with the grip and stuff. But for all I know, actually, it could have been this light for a long time. It is hard to tell sometimes when you're not directly looking at the rain droplets falling from the sky. So I do apologise if actually it's been quite light like this for a while. Right then, front wing change time, and also new tires. But more importantly, the first thing, front wing changing. I mean, we'll see what he can do with that, but it's not going to be much. Just... what a shame. You know, the missed potential from that pole position and the accident that happened was such a weird one as well. I don't think he was even going to lose the lead to turn 1 as well. I don't know if he looked at his mirror and panicked, but yeah, if he missed it at turn 1, before turn 1, on lap 1, he had a bit of a half spin onto the grass, came back on, and had a crash with, I think, one of the Alfa Romeos. No damage to the Alfa Romeo, but damage to Kohn Hofner, who's pitted and is back out in P11. Anyone at the front fancy pitting? If I was Stroll Blonde, I would pit, actually, you know. Wiesman's going to pit instead. Okay, that works too. one they would pit. I knew that much. Is that really worth something, though? I don't know. Right, Speedwood penalty again. I should check penalties, actually, for these guys at the front, just in case. Sam has a penalty, you see, and Stroll Blonde doesn't, and Wiesman does. So, I mean, Stroll Blonde... He's having a good day here, actually. Splinter, has he got anything? No. And this could be a good day for Splinter in the destiny of the championship. I'm trying to think of jokes I could make based on America to make this sound more epic than it is. One when it isn't epic is Dexter. Today looks like it's going to be the day his championship falls apart, because at the minute Stroll Blonde's going to win the race. Just about, but he's going to do it if he can just keep this up. As Beatrice just about gets ahead of Baza, who's also going to lose out in his bid for the championship today, unless something drastically changes in the next few laps. Now, is that Speedwood just coming out of the pits? It is. Although it was a yellow flag, though. Has he made a mistake coming out of the pits or something? I don't think he has. That's been quite a long time before you find the next card after that. Them guys have been fighting for so long. But it has messed up with the gap a little bit. But yeah, it does look like it's going to be a 13-point gain in the championship for Stroll Blonde today over Splinter, and then 15 over Dexter, which would put him out of contention. Baza will be out of contention as well. He's even further behind. He honestly needed to win, frankly, today to have any hope. But yeah, Stroll Blonde, that would get that gap down to 4 points with just 2 to go. And if he gets the fast lap on top of that, then that would be even better. But pit stop time, important pit stop time. Because so it could be 3 points the gap at the end of today's events. That's what I'm trying to get at. Hopefully there's no holding out going on. And who gets out ahead? It's very close, but it is going to be Sam. So Splinter takes the lead, but will the undercut have held Wiesman? He might have actually lost out. Yeah, he has. He has lost out. He's going to go off the track as well for good measure. You can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that. So Stroll Blonde is ahead then of Wiesman. And Kohn Hofner, fastest lap of the race. So now what Stroll Blonde has to do is close that gap right down, thanks to he must have held up Sam when he was passing him in the pit lane. I guess. Maybe that's just the way the times were when he came to the pits. But he's certainly got that gap right down now. If he can just get past now, he's got much more ERS. Oh, he's off! Off goes Sam on his out lap. And that is definitely giving the lead of the race to Stroll Blonde if he can hold on. He might have had to slow down a bit there, but he has kept it under control. Dexter's going to be getting by, but he's nowhere near him. So there's going to be no gain there. Dexter, well, he's now seeing Stroll Blonde definitely in the net lead of the race now. Baz is even up there too, but he has to pit, like I say. Right then, so Sam has made the mistake. Shocking, that. Really, handing Stroll Blonde a massive advantage, though. He was already going to be ahead on the penalty regardless, but Stroll Blonde now looks like he could be going to finish first on the road. And remember, oh no, he pitted a lot earlier on. He's also now up ahead of Sam. He could be possibly on for a net third at the minute, if he can get the tyres to the end. So, I mean, that would be a decent old recovery after starting on the wets, which turned out to not be a good tyre for him. Splinter, though, is going to pit, and hopefully Bowser will as well, because that'll just help us. And Splinter, he'll get that removed. I'm sure of that. 10-second penalty for coming to the pit lane. I'm sure he'll get that removed. That would be a bit mean if he gets to keep that penalty. Bowser does stay out. But Splinter, how far is he going to fall? So I can already effectively say that the race results here may well be quite provisional. Mind you, I didn't see what he did. It depends which way he came to the pits, but it looked to me like he wasn't doing much wrong. There's more a game mechanic there, but Arnaud, yeah, has got ahead of Splinter. So, yeah, Arnaud on for the net podium. Good old recovery that. If we get a safety car, I think he'll be right back in the thick of it. So, yeah. Still, good for him. Good for him. Caught as well. Not having a bad run. With a full front wing. Certainly, this race is getting better and better for the rookies. I mean, well, couldn't really have got much worse, could it? In all honesty. When you nearly stuff it into the wall, meters off the line, and then hit another car as you come back on, the race is only ever going to get better. When you start on the raw entire compound, it can only really get better from there as well. But it looks like Sam is trying to make Splinter's day even worse. He would be running a net 4th, but it could be a net 5th, and that could put the championship gap to 2 points. Here he goes. And Splinter, well, we'll have to wait and see, because if he doesn't get that 10-second penalty removed, it could be even worse. And if Con Opera catches in, you know, we could actually see the championship lead change hands today. So this could be quite interesting for the championship. Honest. Yellows. This is where we get the safety car now, you see. Although it is only for indecisive, who was moving away anyway. Bowser pits, Strawblonde fastest lap. So it finishes the way it is, ignoring penalties. It'll be Strawblonde first, and it'll be Spencer. Oh no! Con Offner's gone off! I was just praising how well he was doing again, but he's gone off. Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to Arnaud. But yeah, at the minute as it stands, it would be a 16-point gain for Strawblonde, which 1 would put Dexter out of it, 2 would put Baz out of it, and 3 would put him just 1 point behind his teammate with 2 to go. I'm getting giddy. I'm liking that. I'm liking the way this is shaping up. So hopefully Splinter gets his penalty removed, please. Because in that case, it'd be Strawblonde going straight to the top. Which, arguably, yeah, would be more impressive. But, you know, you're going to do it properly, don't you? But it would mean... why do we have to race in Abu Dhabi? Can we have a petition to just not do Abu Dhabi and just have Brazil be the finale and have it be that be that, dun 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 dun. Who likes racing in February anyway? Don't answer that. I don't know if you'll get that joke. I think Jack will need to be here to get that joke. Yeah, he would get that joke. Sorry, we were thinking the joke. He's probably... Yeah, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. As Jess there gets lapped as she enters the pit lane. This better be somebody turning around to say, oh, what a clever NASCAR joke that was. They do race in February, don't they? Or Jakku car. Well, I was just laughing. I mean, I'll take it. Arnaud pits again. That'll help Splinter out greatly. That'll mean that he will fall by just 14 points. That'll mean the gap will be 3. All I'm saying, now Arnaud could get fast lap and that'll make the gap 4. Fascinating stuff, but then again, he should have the pace, shouldn't he? Really, to catch up. As Con Offner sets fast lap anyway, so it's gone from the race leader's grasp anyway. But we'll see how all that develops. Unfortunately, we haven't really got much in terms of on-track action at this point. I'm just sort of saying about how good Brazil's going to be. And saying that, Brazil at this rate won't be that good, because given it all the hype. all the hype, you know, inverted commas and all that. Camu Babu fancies getting this move done, doesn't he? On Threnna Gamu. Go on, make it happen. Let's have a move. Let's have a nice overtake to watch. Let's have an overtake that I can go crazy about. Now we have something to commentate on in this race. Just to remind you, by the way, I've still got 38 laps of ILR to commentate tonight because we're back for ILR1 at 8 o'clock. And at this rate, I won't even get to my 10 minutes of quick nap time because it's already 7:30. This just gets worse and worse. As Beezer gets another penalty, so even if he was to challenge Straw Blonde, it's done. It is done and over with. As is my can of Coke. It's all gone. So that's... I can't chew gum or anything when I'm doing this as well, so I've got no beverages. Is Jess just being lapped tonight, everyone? Is that why she's a ghost, or is she actually left? No, she's still going. Camu Babu still on the back of Threnna Gamu. Do you fancy... not getting pounded. Do you fancy overtaking? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Stop putting words in my mouth, Camu. And just launch it. Here we go. Camu Babu out towards turn 1. Down the inside he goes. And he's cut the frickin' corner. He's gonna not get that done, or is he? Because Threnna Gamu's gone and had a big slide. He's not cutting all sorts of corners. That's a bit of a dodgy way to set up a move, isn't it? And then he doesn't follow through, and he's completely messed up that corner, and he's gone and fallen miles behind. And that fight has ended as quickly as it started. So let's take a look at the upper McLaren. See if you can give me some entertainment, Speedwood. You've always been an entertaining player. You're always an entertaining player who's been good in the wet. I mean, obviously he won in Singapore, and 62 laps that night I had to commentate, and most of them were wet. I should win an award for that. Anyone who does that should win an award. At least it won't be as bad as that tonight. That's the one positive I've got. And Murdoch was saying he was stuck in traffic, that's why he couldn't join the lobby tonight, so that's a shame. That would have been one more Ferrari up there. As Indecisive comes out of the pits in P17. Yay! Only had one retirement today. That's for Gaming King, that was his bit of a rage quit. As Arno sets fastest lap, he's going to be the main source of entertainment, I reckon. I hope, I pray. I beg, in fact. Too far? I don't know. What's worse? Praying for something to happen or begging for it? Because I mean, it's the same thing, really, isn't it? I'm gonna annoy someone when I say that type of thing. Sorry, but not really. Because you know I'm talking fact. Paul, help. Start saying more funny things. Mr. John is your driver today, but that's not really very funny. I mean, is it? Like, come on, you gotta get your comedy levels up another level here. I should have got you to do ILR1 commentary week. I know you wouldn't have been able to, but it would have been quite funny. How's preparation going for that anyway, Paul? You gonna win or nah? Is Brazil gonna be your high point? I might just not do ILR1 commentary for Brazil and just hop into the car again. I'm sure my car is still there for me. I'm sure no one wants it. I'd love it back for one race only. We could do Brazil together because it always goes quite well, you know, when we do Brazil. Or at least when I do Brazil, it goes quite well. We need that to happen. I should ask Jack about that. Listen, I know you got me employed and stuff, but do you fancy letting me have a week off so I can go and crash into Paul for a bit? Now look at this, we've got What on earth was that actually? Was that a lapping incident or what's going on? Oh, flip me, it's lapping, is it? What's happening? It's ghost cars or like... Okay, that's indecisive. Nice safety car. That's worthy of it, isn't it? Because that's going to be a crash. Oh, it's not going to be a crash. That's be a safety car. He's clearly in a dangerous position. Game. We've got another one. Someone's been off again. It's indecisive and something. Oh, it's just indecisive, isn't it? Come on, this hasn't been on for ages. Still got a safety car. Could you imagine? Safety car at this stage of the game. Whew. That would be some finish. Also, I'm a bit desperate. Why are there 10 people watching us and not in the chat? Please, do give some input. Be like Paul. Input. Yes. Because there's only so much input I can give without becoming a bit repetitive, because this is getting... It's getting desperately boring, isn't it? I've already gone through what all this means for the championship, and I've already said that actually it probably isn't the way it's going to go, because that 10-second penalty is almost certainly going to get removed, and that'll more than likely change the entire order again. So actually there's no point even watching this. You might as well just go and come back and see the actual result when the stewards report gets released to the public and all that, as people start leaving. I didn't mean it, come back. It's been good driving from Stroblon tonight. He's been pretty on it, and he's going to get his reward. It'll put him right back in the title fight, because it will be very interesting to see how Brazil goes. Abu Dhabi's going to be absolutely the worst race of the season, and there's absolutely zero doubt about that. I'm not even going to try and BS that. It's the truth. Nothing interesting is going to happen. Okay? Because it's Abu Dhabi. It's just crap. It really is. But Brazil's going to be good. Brazil I'm looking forward to. Now, Baz is right on Speedwood's bottom, so we'll see if there's any moves happening here. Speedwood's probably made a mistake to get in the situation. Baza, let's hope that he can take advantage as we get yellow flags. No, I don't know what to watch. Oh, it's all kicked off into life. Baza thinks about the outside. Who was the yellow flag? Haven't got... It's indecisive. Of course it is. There goes Baza, trying to make the overtake. Ah, we got Cone in the chat. Yeah, Cone in the chat, Paul. That's how you say his name, isn't it? I don't think anyone will remember that joke. We probably shouldn't go too far with that joke, because we'll probably get in real trouble actually if we go into that joke again. So let's ignore I just said that. Paul knows what I'm talking about. No one else does. I think. Maybe Paul doesn't know what I'm talking about. That would be even more awkward. As Sam gets a penalty. He's fallen way off the radar after that spin, unfortunately. He's just, he's being closed in by Spencer now. Depending on if his penalty gets removed, it could actually be a third place finish for him, but we'll wait and see. What do you get when you put a vest on an alligator? Well, you can probably start trying to put the vest on, but your arm will get ripped off. And if you still have the other arm available, you can try and put it on. Oh, right. Okay, you're making a bad joke. I was actually going to try and be realistic with that answer. You'll get dismembered. But Paul's answer is you'll get an investigator. Yeah. Can you tell I'm a bit grim? Can you blame me? That was a contact. Off goes Speedwood, and he's, you know what, he's just floored it into the wall. Why not? Why not just make the situation worse for yourself and stick it in the wall in front of the cameras, then rage quit? And that was just when it was starting to get good. Yeah, we all remember Cohen. I just hope, Paul, that you remember him for good reasons. I remember Cohen from ILR3 when he came in, when me and Warren were at Sauber. And he destroyed us both. I think he got more points in one race that season than we got together combined. So I bet we were awful in season 4. And then Paul didn't know how to say your name. Or his name. I don't know if you're still here, Cool, but he didn't know how to say your name. funny results, certainly. And then, yeah, your ILR3 this season. Before that ceased, I had the pleasure of inviting you to lobbies, and then I had the pleasure of winning against you, and then having like 5 or 6 races with no points. But listen, I am Mr. Inconsistent, but yeah, we all remember Cone. Cone's a good driver. Love you, Cone. Whew, we've only got 5 laps to go. Every time we get teased with excitement, someone crashes and ruins it. See, that's the issue. And actually, I was going to say, well, it'd be quite funny if Straw Blonde went and stuffed it, but actually I'd much rather it be Splinter, because that would really make the title fight very interesting. But certainly at the moment, it looks like Dexter and Baza are going to fall out of the championship race. I don't know if Cohen's being sarcastic or not, but it looks like he doesn't remember you, Paul. Poor you, Paul. Poor you. Haha. You better not pull the same trick on me at Froxton now. I'm gonna know exactly which one you are, and you're gonna know exactly which one I am. There's no way you'll be able to tell that, you know what I mean. Can I just say, Froxton, me and Paul, is gonna be the best collab you've ever seen in your entire life. Honestly. Imagine not wanting to go to Froxton with us. We've got like loads of us going. I think it's all been set up by this mastermind here. And it's going to be a march, and we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be great fun. Can't wait. I'm going to be last though. I think me and Jess might be the back markers. Now that is a reference that hopefully some of you will get. Now what's happened here? We've got yellow flags for indecisive again. What number's Jess got on her car? There was potential there for a joke. Sorry, I'm getting really bored. No offense to anyone, sorry. Again, Paul might get it. Denial penalty. I'm sort of past caring really with the penalties. Is this a fight or nope? It's just a lapping. Ah, see, Cole remembers me. Good stuff. I remember you as well. I mean, we were technically teammates, not officially ever, but we were technically. Arnold sits fastest lap. Yay! That's worth a damn. Being down in 8th. I mean, the 2 rookies, 2 reserve rookies, they haven't had the best day out late, but I mean, it was going well. 1-2 on the grid, but then, like I say, even Arnold arguably ruined his race before it even started, and Hoffner ruined his race before turn 1, sadly. It's just the way it went for them. It was just unlucky. But yeah, that means probably for the first time in league racing history, the front row had managed to both ruin their races in 2 very unique ways before turn 1. I mean, in real life racing, GP2 France 2007 had the front row, the teammates kill each other meters off the line. That's probably the only thing that comes close to being as unique, because that was just funny. This wasn't really as funny. It was just a bit, okay, they tried. Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, if anyone remembers that, because yeah, Timo Glock and whoever the hell his teammate was, they killed each other. They turned into each other on the straight. I think Glock flew over the top of him. It was kind of awkward. They were both out. Indecisive's now out. Ooh, excitement. Let's see what happened. But yeah, Glock went over his teammate. So that happened. There's where Indecisive is. And then what happened after that, moments later, was I think Vizo went flying over and landed on top of a wall and hit a fire extinguisher or just a hose pipe or just a pipe. The water went everywhere. It was quite the start. I'm rambling. I'm just trying to talk about funny starts, but yeah, it wasn't funny though. I can imagine watching that live would have been horrendously scary to watch. But I mean, watching on replays, whew, that was a fun accident, a fun set of accidents. Ah, yes, of course, I was in parties with you, wasn't I? I was playing my F1 Road to Master Rank. I did it. Road to Master Rank was succeeded. Hit the big old 3000. That means I'm a master of this game. I think 2,600's master, but I had to go the whole way, you know. I'm a perfectionist, yet I can't do anything right. It's a weird type of perfectionist, but honestly I am. Like, have you ever seen me play a game, like say, as Baza goes on the inside there of 2C? It's not starting to get interesting this now. Look how close all this is. I know I have to use a back markers, but still. But no, like say, if you ever see me playing, say, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, for example, I had to get all the gems. I had to get all of the frickin' crystals and all that. This is the first game. I had to get all the gems, had to get all the time trials and at least gold. I went for it. I was a god at that game. I still play it on the regular. But anyway, yeah, I remember that party. Yeah, that's what we were doing. I was in the 7-hour long streak. I think I have evidence that it was 7 hours as well, actually. It was in my PlayStation Wrapped. Jenny says, longest playtime in a row. 7 hours. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. It was a good night, that. Sorry, I would hype all this up, but they're actually mostly just passing lapped cars. It's kind of making this fight feel a bit false, isn't it? Because it's just lapped cars, the lap. Monkey, what happened there? What on earth happened there? Arnold spun off, so yeah. The other rookies had to go and ruin his as well, just before the fight got interesting as usual. Fernagamo got by Monkey Meg though. It's always just before the fight starts getting interesting that they crash. Ugh, that's annoying, that. It is annoying. Luckily though, Strawblonde has kept on the road. He's not too far from starting his final lap. But Baz is not too far away from getting P6. Here he goes on the outside. He'll turn to the inside. And it'll turn to nothing in the end. He's still taking the tighter lines. He's looking to get the slingshot on the exit, and he's got it. And he's on the inside. These two came together earlier, and they've come together again. Oh dear. Hoffner's not on the scene. Any damage for Baza? I'd be surprised if there wasn't. You need to get a good angle at the front wing, and that's just a dreadful angle of the front wing. Maybe we'll get a good angle as Hoffner goes by. No, wrong side. It's wrong side, but I think the front wing is broken. As Hoffner gets by. Yeah, that's broken. It's broken, alright. So now he's going to try and catch TC as Colin Hoffner. Go, Hoffner, go. Does that work? Might work. Possible. Alright, final lap time. Strawblonde has started it. And, well, he lost his championship lead last week. Fell miles behind, but he's going to get himself right back in the mix at the minute. I'm not going to tell you by how many points because it could genuinely change massively. The results that you're going to see on screen right now, I have a feeling may not even be the perfect result, especially since Splinter at the centre of it all has this 10-second penalty. If we go into the pits, it might get converted into a warning because it feels like those kinds of penalties aren't fair. I'm not sure though, I'm not sure. I genuinely don't know. It wasn't like a stop go or anything, so if he could get it removed, I'm sure he will. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'll let you know when we start off the next stream as usual. I'll give you all the informations, but certainly Strawblonde getting us back in. And one thing we do know for sure is well, actually, yeah, Dexter might just about be in it. Dexter will be in it because Spencer. This is the thing. Spencer will be ahead. Even Baza might. Nah, Baza won't quite get there, but Spencer will still be the chance leader, and Dexter will outscore him. So Dexter, I think, will still be in it. This will all close up as TC's gone and bottled it. Yeah, oh, that was so stupid. Oh, man. I think he's got to let him through, TC. He's got to let him go. You've just done that to him. Like, let it go. Let that go, man. You've got to have a bit of behaviour about you. Hoffner should get by him, but let's go see Strawblonde. He's taking a massive step towards this championship. It's a late charge. Beesman's going to come home. He'll finish in second place. We'll catch up with the rest of them later on. CC has got overtaken now, and he may fall further back, depending on if he decides to finish or not. Say decide to finish. He may just rage quit. You never know. But yeah, what's going to be the situation with Splinter's penalties? Where is he going to fall to? Dexter with a penalty at the end there, but Splinter might find himself a little bit back, but we'll wait and see. Maybe a lot more people had penalties. Dexter gets him, so that keeps him in the championship fight. I think he would already have been in there. Splinter may only end up 5th. He will, I think, only end up 5th, Splinter. That's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. So what happens then? So that is a 15-point game for Strawman. That'll be 2 points the gap at the top, provisionally. Dexter is still in it. I think he'd be, what, 39 points? Something like that off. So he's still in it. But, yeah. Alpha's nice and close. Rest of the point scorers, we were going down. Hoffner got 6th in the end, TC 7th, Baz at 8th, Calvab 9th, and Arno 10th. So, the 2 ones to watch. The 2 reserves did get points in the end, but they were 1-2 on the grid, so not the best result for them. And, oh, you're kidding me. Right, I thought they were going to have to do their last lap. I was going to say, are you serious? But no, we're just waiting on Jess now. The checkered flag didn't pop up for them, and I was about to... Something was going to get thrown across the rim, honestly, but... I probably make it sound like I don't like this game, but I certainly don't like... I don't like the wet weather. Can you see why now? I tried to make it as interesting as I could. I hope I did, but flip me. It's over. It's over! I'm so happy. Righty, I don't care about podium. Who cares about the podium? Let's just see the result to who wins the McMahon Award, and let's get the hell out of here. So Strawbomb won from Bezos, Sam, Dexter, Spencer, Hoffner, TC, Balzer, Cameron, Babu, and Arnold. Then that's like top 10. Frenagami, Monkey Meg, Jack, Mr. John, Daniil, Jess, and then your retirements, Indecisive Speedwood, Gaming King. Who won the McMahon Award? It was Daniil. With his 27 seconds, he nearly got disqualified. Whew! One more would have been a disqualification there. That would have been funny. But anyway, that is it. That has been ILR8. I will see you in about 10-15 minutes for ILR1. I'll be with Louis, the champion. And we'll have a wee chit-chat about life and stuff, and hopefully it will be a wet race, because as you've seen there, they're not very fun. So thanks for watching. I tried, and I'll see you for ILR1 soon, so see you in a moment. Well, I say a moment, soon.